Okay, so what we're going to do here is balance this chemical equation, which means we're going to need to make sure that coefficients are in place that make it so that there are the same number of atoms of each element on both sides. So the first thing I want to do is what we call an element inventory. So element inventory just means I'm going to figure out how many atoms of each element are on the left and on the right, the reactant side and the product side. So I go through all of the elements in this reaction. And the first element I see is silver, Ag. The next one that I see is actually NO3, and that's nitrogen and 3 oxygen, but I remember that that is nitrate. Nitrate is a polyatomic ion, and polyatomic ions are special. So what I want to do is balance those as their own group, NO3s, nitrates, and then the other element in this problem is copper. So now I go through and I take my inventory. On the left-hand side, there is 1 silver. On the right-hand side, there's also 1 silver. So I'm looking over here, there's just 1. Nitrate groups. Okay, on the left-hand side, there's 1 nitrate group. Remember, nitrate is NO3. On the right-hand side, there are 2 nitrate groups, because it's written NO3 and then in parentheses 2. That means that there are 2 nitrate groups. And then on the left-hand side we have 1 copper, and on the right-hand side there is 1 copper. Right? It's CuNO3 2, but this 2 only applies to what's inside the parenthesis. So now what I do is I start using coefficients. Coefficients are the numbers that are going to go out in front of the compounds, and they're multipliers. So I look to see where the elements are unbalanced. If I look in the first row of my table, there's 1 silver on the left and 1 silver on the right. So silvers are balanced. The next row are the nitrate row. There's 1 nitrate group on the left and there are 2 on the right. So I find the lower number and I think, what number do I need to multiply that by to get the higher number? What number do I need to multiply 1 by to get 2? And that's 2. So I put a 2 in front of the compound that has nitrate in it. So while I made nitrate 2, I also made the silver 2, because silver is also in that compound. To go back and rebalance the silver now, I need to figure out what number do I need to multiply the smaller number to be the larger number, and that's a 2. So I put a 2 in front of the silver on the right-hand side. Makes this into a 2. So now I go back and I double check. Do I have the same number of silvers on either side? Yes. Do I have the same number of nitrates on either side? Yes. Do I have the same number of copper atoms on either side? Yes. So this equation is balanced.